Welcome to Soccer We Like It, the Man United direction. And today we are talking about a change in the direction of United's football direction and in management, as an interim manager called Ralf Rangnick has been appointed to a point to take the interim team management role from now till the end of the season, which means Carrick's probably last game will be against Chelsea on Sunday. If Carrick wins that game, he will be the most successful United manager in history. 2 games, 2 wins, 100% record. That'd be fantastic, but we will just see. Also, we're also going to talk about, can United get a result at the Bridge on Saturday? Today, I'm joined with Bems, the controversial one from Houston Red Army. Bems, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm all right, bro. And we have Kay, the quiet one from UK, representing the UK, the guy who tells you with a smile, but delivers the blow. Kay, how are you, sir?
All good, thanks.
Right. Were you guys surprised for United to be linked with Ralf Rangnick? I was surprised. What do you think, Kay?
Yeah, I was shocked. Like, with our past record with appointments, do you know what surprised me the most? His name was not linked, and when it was like, bam, it was almost done. We had Rodgers, Poch, Enrique,
Zidane.
Valverde, Fonseca, Zidane. There's every name under the sun. It's like a smoke screen.
Yeah.
Bang. But it's good. It's a great appointment, and I think a few of us were talking about it years ago when he was at Leipzig. We'd love to see him as a sporting director and stuff at United, and it seems like they finally caught up with what we were saying years ago.
Right. Bems, when you heard about Ralf Rangnick, what did you think about that? Was it like, I don't know much about this guy? What was your thought?
The decision United have made.
You're breaking up.
Yeah.
We're losing you, Bems.
Ralf Rangnick, and I was like, okay, let me do a little bit of research. And thanks to the guy.
We've lost Bems for a second.
Thanks to Kay and them, and thanks to you. The guys are really like, sorry. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. I guess because I'm driving, I might go through I might go through bad spots.
Yes.
But I try my best. So yeah, man, this Ralf guy, he's from what I see, the guy's a tactical masterclass, man. He's a tactical genius. I hear he's the one that brought the gang pressing, pretty much what Club Pep and all them do. The guy is he's the reason why you have Tuchel and Club today. I mean, the guy's he's superb. The best decision that we could take right now. He's gonna come in and he's gonna restructure the way we play football. He's gonna restructure the club football wise. He's gonna be very useful when it comes to hopefully picking the next manager. The playing style is going to improve. Recruiting is going to improve. It's all I can say is a very, very good appointment, man. I'm very happy that we're taking this route,
right?
Instead of actually going for just a regular interim or or like someone else. But I think it's the best decision that a club can make.
Do you think United should have given Carrick a few more games, or you already like now, as in like it's okay to just get him in now? Or would you like to have seen Carrick giving up to December? Or no, you want him now? Just forget the whole December. What do you think?
I think we've done that for too many. We've been too late in making decisions. I think this time they thought, let's salvage the season. We're probably not going to win we're definitely not going to win the league. We've gone out of the League Cup. Yeah, FA Cup's there, Champions League. So I think they just thought, you know what, try and get the top 4, cement that at least, top 3 maybe. Maybe try and do some in the Champions League and hopefully try and win the FA Cup. So I think they did it at the right time. And it's just, the biggest thing for me was not even the interim thing, it was the 2 years consultancy afterwards. So basically, he's going to be our director of football, which we've been crying out for years. Like,
who's the current director of football?
It's Fletcher.
It's John Murta.
He's the technical director. With Murta. It's Fletcher and Murta, but it's not. They're not really directors of football as such, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. I'm happy they're giving a 2-year opportunity to a lot of people who don't know. Hold on, let me put this. Let me put my script down. Okay. Right. He has previously worked at Stuttgart, Hanover, Hoffenheim, Schalke, and lately RB Leipzig, where he completely reformed the way RB Leipzig formed, making them a more competitive team in the German league, competing with Bayern Munich at all levels over the last couple of seasons. Because if you realize, RB Leipzig came from kind of nowhere to start challenging Bayern Munich, even surpassing Dortmund at a time last couple of seasons. Remember, they destroyed us when we needed 1 point.
Yeah.
Remember that game? 1 point, and we still flopped the lines because Ole didn't know what he was doing. You see what I mean? But he is currently working at Lokomotiv in Russia, where he's trying to rejuvenate Russian football, which had completely capitulated over the last Russian football has completely gone downhill completely. So he was there to kind of change things around again and introduce a better playing structure and style globally in Russia. But United have approached Lokomotiv to tell you, like, we would need this guy, so can you release him? Thank you very much. He'll come back when he's done with United. So United have literally taken him off Lokomotiv's hands, and a guy who introduced high pressing, he coached, he actually brought people like Tuchel and Klopp, giving them the first coaching under 15s and under 17s back in the day in German football. And these two men have become the elite German coaches in Premier League football. So we have somebody joining us. Let me bring him in. That would be him.
He also influenced Hassan Hulton, the Southampton manager, and Nagelsmann, the Bayern Munich manager as well.
Yeah, Nagelsmann, yeah.
He's like a big mentor, basically. And Bielsa, he influenced Bielsa as well.
Oh, well, you influenced Bielsa too. Okay.
Hello, Richard.
Oh,
Richard
man.
representing UK.
Hey, how are you guys? All right.
Not too bad. I was just
doing
asking, were you at the Lakeside shopping mall doing your Black Friday shopping?
Ah, man, forget Black Friday. They're all con deals, you know. They're not really.
Richard knows.
They're just trying to get rid of stock that they have to get rid
But
of.
I tell people, they say, "No, you're just being naive." I said, "Bro, I worked retail in London for over 10 years. I know the way it runs." But they say, "Oh, in America it's different." America's the biggest. They know how to sell you. They can sell a ice to a polar bear. They could sell anything. You know what I mean? So when they introduced Black Friday in 2013, I said, "Oh, here we go." Because back home, UK was always Boxing Day and New Year's Day used to be the biggest sale. But when they say Black Friday, I was like, "Whoa, some things really have changed." I thought you'd probably be at Blue Water, just doing your shopping.
No chance.
Ben, Blue Water and Lakeside are the biggest shopping malls in England. Is there anyone bigger than Blue Water since I've left?
Westfield's now, isn't it?
Westfield,
Yeah. Where's that? Where's that located?
Stratford and one in Shepherd's Bush.
Stratford?
Yeah.
Is that bigger than Lakeside? That's not bigger than Lakeside.
I've never been Lakeside, but they're like the most popular ones now, I'd say.
Oh, because that's in town. That's just off Romford Road, isn't it?
I think they're slightly bigger than Lakeside and Blue Water.
Really?
Size anyway.
Has it really been?
You guys have got the Galleria.
Yeah, and we have Katie Mill Mall, and we have the 290 outlets.
We actually have the Galleria here in Houston. There's a big mall in Houston called the Galleria. It's a really big mall.
A real big mall. I would still prefer. Ben,
you got most of like the big stores there, huh? Go ahead.
Which one do you prefer, Galleria, the outlets of 290, or Katie Mills?
In my opinion, I prefer the Galleria because the Galleria you can get more of the. I mean, you can get like the designers and all that stuff. You get all the regular stuff there too. It's pretty much the biggest mall. The outlets is more of. I mean, you get a lot of stuff in the outlets, but in my opinion, I think I prefer the Galleria because you have even when it comes to like entertainment too, they have stuff there in the Galleria. In my opinion, that's what I
mean, Katie Mills and the outlets are 290. They're literally closer to me than Galleria, which is downtown. It's like going from East London to Oxford Street. That's how much traffic you have to go through to get to the Galleria. So that's too much. So
Yeah, it's very it's
it's a lot of traffic to go through. So I'd rather just do
it's busy every time.
290. Yeah. So back to track. Well, we've lost Richard for a minute. Hopefully we'll be back. So as it stands, this guy, from what we've heard about this Ralf Rangnick, he prefers a high pressing football, which we can see from Liverpool and we can see with Chelsea. But they said he needs a squad to deliver it. With the squad we have, do you think he could? And they said he will need a big squad with a lot of rotation to carry out that high press. Ben, from what United have currently, can United sustain Rangnick's vision?
I see no reason why he can't implement that high press with this team. We do have a big squad, so I see no reason. I will say there might be some players that may like fall by the wayside, but I think his style is going to benefit players like Sancho Van der Beek. I'm thinking Fred will probably benefit from it too, because Fred's a high intensity player, so I think Fred will benefit. Bruno's. I mean, there's a bunch of other players that will definitely benefit from his from a Rangnick style of playing. So, and you also have guys on the bench too. I mean, we haven't talked much.
Okay. Right, okay, step in.
Rashford as a player when it comes to decision making. I think the low might see benefit in this system too.
Okay. Bems has got some stuck in some traffic areas.
We're not a pressing team, so it's gonna take a while before you start seeing the high press really work. It's gonna take some time.
Right.
So, but I definitely think we have the squad to do it.
Okay, same question. Yeah. With the squad we have, because they did say with a high pressing, they said when Klopp introduced the high pressing, he didn't have the squad to rotate players to do the high press. With United's current squad, which is also a large squad, can United implement the style? Can they work with Rangnick's vision?
100%. We've got more than enough players that can play that way. Like Ben said, there's players in our team that under the current regime didn't really play because of the way we played. But under the new style we're planning to play, people like Martial, Sancho's, what's it called, Van der Beeks, the Matters, people that have got football brains and football IQ that they're not reactive, they're proactive. Those sort of players will thrive under it. And yeah, the spine of the team is fine. There's players in that team, and it's just like we said, once they get used to the pattern of play and the intensity, they'll be fine. Like it'll be tough for them at first, but like Ben said, you got to rotate the squad, and if everyone knows what they're doing, as soon as they come in, it'll be a lot easier. Like before, it was come in and do something. Whereas now this is what you need to do in this position, and then it's cohesive, and that's what we've lacked for a long time. So I think we'll be fine with that.
So it's not a bad thing with this guy, because I like what he has done. I like what he's bringing. If you're not going to play high press, we have the team, we have the players, a good rotation. I think players like McTominay and probably Maguire, I don't know if they're still going to be getting constantly picked all the time. I think this guy will start to see who are real footballers and who are average footballers. I think most of them have just been getting a pass because of high energy and the bosses like my style, but I'm not the greatest footballer there. But when you play for United, you have to have the best in that position, right? Bems?
Oh yeah. Sorry. So what was your question again? My bad.
I was saying, with this guy now, wouldn't he be able to see who are the real footballers and who are the average footballers to implement his style of football?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I mean with his experience and the way he plays football, he's definitely going to be able to pick those players out easy. I think if you're a technical player and you have that football brain, I think you would thrive under this guy. I think it's going to weed out like if you're one of those players that is more like that is basically more of a reactive type player, just like what Kay said, you might not really benefit much from him. You probably fall by the wayside. But I mean Rangnick has been he's implemented his style. He's like what we said. He's basically the reason why you have Tuchel, you have Klopp. They've all benefited from him. They've all said good things about him. They've all said basically I think Klopp said in his press conference that or maybe it's like a while back that he modeled his team from Rangnick's style of play. So I mean, yeah, it's Rangnick is going to be able to point out the good plays and the bad plays easy. It won't take him time. It's either you improve and you join the team and play with the team, or you just fall by the wayside and then you get sold. It's easy,
Right.
So
I wonder if
good.
he's gonna have a lot of decisions. I wonder if he's gonna be given the man to make all the decisions, or is he still having to go through Woodward and they have to counter attack? Oh, I want this player. They're gonna say no. You're gonna take this player. Is all we can afford. Would he have? How much say do you think he's gonna have, Kay?
That's interesting, to be honest. For me, if he comes in and he does what the guy that Chelsea, the Nigerian guy, I forgot his name, Michael, is it Imaldo? He basically ripped up the academy, the structure, and you see now that Chelsea are thriving. The players they're bringing through, if they go down that route, I think it'll be a good thing. But it'll be interesting to see how much of a say he has, because I know he had what was it called? The football notes. Did you ever hear about that at Dortmund?
Yeah.
The simulation football. So it's basically helping you get better at your cognitive skills and like reacting, peripheral vision, and anticipation, stuff like that. If we get those facilities and he starts to implement that, and I think there's another machine they use called Soccer Bot. It's basically like playing FIFA, but with your feet. And if you start doing those with like the academy players and the players, they'll be streets ahead.
Wow.
So,
yeah, there are a lot of players in that United team who need to have the peripheral reinvented, because some of them are so blind they don't see left or right. They only see straight. Pass the ball left or pass the ball right. so I think he will be a big influencer in that. Hey, Richard, welcome back.
Hey, hi guys, you right?
Good. Yes, we thought you abandoned ship, but we're glad you're back. You're back on board.
No, sorry, my battery died.
That's all right, brother.
Yeah. So, what was your question?
Rangnick now, with this new guy on board, what do you expect from him? I mean, he's been everywhere. He's Stuttgart, Hoffenheim, RB Leipzig. He's been the model for Tuchel and Klopp. What can he bring to United? What do you expect?
Yeah, I'm very excited about this appointment. Maybe not so much short term, but long term, because when he has that two-year consultancy role, I think that his influence will really start to be seen on the team, from the youth team to the first team. One thing about Rangnick, and I did mention him being available in the group on the 6th of November this month as a good option. I think that his style of play is very intense, right? So he will bring a new system to the team, right? So we'll, the intense pressing, the Gengen press that Klopp has adopted. Tuchel has also been influenced by him. So I think that we are in a safe pair of hands with this guy. And I think that when he goes upstairs, it'll help with the restructuring, hopefully, and then we can get the right appointment, because far too long United have been run by bankers who don't really know anything about football. So I think if he's there in the background giving footballing advice to the board, I think that can definitely be useful. So I'm excited. Is he a long-term solution? I'm not so sure. That he's 63 years old, but if you look at his history, teams like Hoffenheim and RB Leipzig and those type of clubs, he's brought them from the lower divisions and he's got them to the top tier division. So this is good, and he's also discovered a lot of players that people don't know about. So he discovered Sadio Mane, Haaland. He brought over to RB Salzburg. He's brought over Firmino, Upamecano, and so many other players. So I think that
no players didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, there's other gems that I've not even mentioned. So his extensive scouting network will be useful because a lot of the time we buy the wrong players, and if we tap into his expertise and buy players that will actually fit into our system, then that can actually help us in the long term. Now, do I think that he can deliver us trophies? I'm not so sure. I hope so.
Why?
I think that,
Why not?
I mean, it's just due to the competition. But if he gets us playing a style of football very quickly that is in his is in his philosophy, then we could go far in the Champions League or even win the Champions League. People might laugh at me, but I don't think that the Champions League is out of our realms. We've got a good enough team. Fair enough, we don't have a defensive midfielder, but I do think we have a team of players that can actually do well in the Champions League. So who knows? But I think that, German coaches are a very, very safe bet. If you look at Tuchel, if you look at Klopp, if you look at Hansi Flick, the last 3 Champions League winning coaches have all been German. So
That's
I'm
true.
actually
Come to
very,
think about it.
yeah.
That is
Yeah,
true.
I'm very happy at this appointment, but hopefully it can start to bring some changes in the long run for the club. That's what I'm more concerned about. The internal structure is a shambles at the moment. So with him coming on board to restructure things, I think that this can only be a positive thing.
Right. So were you surprised United's approach? Were you surprised United didn't say, let's go carry to the end of the year, then bring in someone else? Were you surprised at United's instant move for this?
Carrick was never going to be the answer. Carrick has been part of 3 failed regimes now. In fact, he's been. So let me rewind that. So he was part of LVG's failed regime. He started getting his badges when LVG was there. People forget that. And then what's his name? Jose Mourinho. Rui Faria and his other coaches, they left. And then Mourinho in his final season, when he got sacked, brought in McKenna and Carrick. And that all went pear-shaped. And we all know how it all ended up with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So Carrick is not the guy to take us forward. And I think that would have been suicide for the club to have kept him on board to the end of the season. So
No, to end of to December, just till December.
Even to the end of December.
Wow.
No. Because Solskjaer wasn't taking part. He wasn't doing the training. It was Carrick and Phelan and McKenna that were doing the training. And the players don't necessarily respect, from my understanding, the players don't really respond well to McKenna especially. Maybe Carrick, but definitely not McKenna. So that coaching team really has to be ripped apart. But if we've got Rangnick coming in and he's bringing in his assistant coach, who's also been at Bayern Munich and some other teams, I think this is a good thing.
Well, if United, so do you think, Carrick will be there for the Chelsea game, which might be his last game in charge as an interim. Does Carrick now become the assistant, or Carrick is moved on?
No, Carrick's not going to be the assistant.
He's not going to be there?
Yeah, Case. Yeah, Case, sorry.
Yeah, he's not going to be the assistant. I think McKenna, Carrick, and them guys, they'll be in and around. They'll either be phased out or they'll be in there to learn from during the period of restarting again. So I don't think he'll be the assistant. If he's lucky, he'll be around the first team coaching. But it's going to be interesting because I don't know if these guys have got the ability to tactically coach them in this way. So they're going to be learning this new style as well, which hopefully will benefit United. But yeah, I can't see them being an assistant.
Vance,
yeah.
Do you see Carrick hanging around, or you think he's done? He's going to be moved on?
In my opinion, this is what I think, right? I think Rangnick is going to bring some of his coaching staff. Like what I heard, he's going to be bringing his assistants with him. I would assume he'll bring two more a couple more coaches with him. My opinion, I think Carrick will stay. I think the club will say, well, instead of Carrick going, Carrick should just learn under Rangnick. This is what I think. I might be wrong, but I think what Carrick will become, Carrick will just become just a regular coach, just a regular coach that is learning and probably conducting some of these is in training sessions. I don't know, like if like I definitely don't think that Rangnick would take Carrick's advice as to how to pick a team and who's doing what. But I think that it might be a situation where Carrick remains and learns under Rangnick. But I think that at best he'll just be a regular coach. Right. But I might be wrong.
Richard, McKenna, where does McKenna stand here?
From all accounts, I've heard that McKenna is very uninspiring. He's more like a school teacher. You know, the players don't respect his methods. I think that McKenna, he needs to learn his trade elsewhere. You know, really, he should have packed his bags and gone with Ollie. But we all know that we need somebody to put out the cones in training, and you know, because the players need coaches to train for games. So I think that McKenna, he needs to go. You know, and Mike Phelan, he needs to go back to Australia and retire there, and try and say Usain Bolt again, to whatever club he is at. So I think that these guys, you know, that were
Usain
I think
Bolt,
a lot
you know.
of yeah, he did try to say
and what's his name? Australian brother. What's his name? I keep forgetting that. Andy said it like Phelan tried to sign Usain Bolt for a club. I said, was Usain Bolt? Exactly. I said, I thought it was a joke. He said, no, it was serious. He actually wanted to sign Usain Bolt, a retired 100-meter, 200-meter sprinter, to be a centre forward for a club in Australia. He even got the line for Charles. I thought, wow, that alone, I was
what
just
a joke.
done. That is a
joke.
Yeah. You know, so if you look at the coaching staff, it's not just McKenna. You know, we've got failure everywhere from top to bottom. We've got failed Vancouver coaches.
Oh yeah.
We've got coaches that have failed in the MLS. We've got coaches that have failed in Norway. We've got coaches that have failed in the UK. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I mean, I don't like to mention his name. Every time I mention his name, I just shudder in despair. But he brought in so many mediocre coaches that really need to be shown the door as soon as, you know, we've got these guys coming in, because I don't think that there's any use for them personally, unless maybe someone like Carrick, you can learn under.
I think Carrick is the only one who might survive. I think McKenna, and I think McKenna will be out. I think Carrick, because I think Carrick is the closest. I don't know. In my mind, I think he comes across as a quite intelligent person. He comes across as someone who has a thinking brain. Ole just does. Ole is stubborn.
It all depends on. Remember when Jose brought in his assistant and Giggs didn't want to be demoted? It all depends whether Carrick wants to be a normal coach or wants to keep the assistant title. If he's not going to keep the assistant title, he's going to go. But if he's happy to step down to just being a coach, he'll stay. So it all depends, because he's the assistant manager, isn't he, at the moment? Well, even under Ollie, he was the assistant manager. So I don't know.
I thought it was Mike Phelan. Mike Phelan was the assistant.
I thought it was Mike Phelan. Yeah.
He wasn't the assistant, Mike Phelan. It was Carrick. Mike Phelan was like more of a. I can't remember how to say.
No one even knows what Mike Phelan's role was, because he wasn't.
I don't think Mike Phelan did anything, man.
Because he wasn't even an older games
Phelan. The title.
There's games Phelan wasn't there, and as his assistant, you can't not be at a game.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that whole structure was a mess, and you know, it's very archaic, right? So it's very rare that managers.
Someone please mute your line.
I think that might be me. Hold on a second.
Someone please mute your line.
Someone has come in.
Yeah, sorry.
Someone put Ollie out, whoever that is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I was going to say, it's very
Yeah.
rare that a coach, a manager, doesn't take part in training. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left the training to the other guys. So I
Right.
think that a lot of the coaches that were in the previous regime have to go because, for me, I associate them with failure. You know, if you
Right.
look at their CV, it's got failure all over. I mean, fairness, we're in our United group. I think I sent you their coaching credentials
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks ago. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
horrible. So
Oh yeah.
you've got a lot of technical players in the team that are used to working with high-profile coaches, and when they see that those coaches trying to, teach them, new things, I
Bringing
don't
out
think
cons for training, right?
they're not going to respect them. So I think that they have to go and move on and move with the times because I think part of what's wrong with Manchester United at the moment is we don't have good coaches, and I think that's about to change with this new guy coming in.
Right. So now we know, Joe. Welcome to the show. I see you and you're having a party, you're having fun. The man is having a good time out there. He finally decided to join the
He
Ole
looks like he's out on the
bandwagon.
beach.
He's out on the beach. That's good. I
He's
thought you were
only
gonna
with
be
you on
on.
the beach.
Yeah, he's on the beach somewhere.
He's only with you on the beach.
Yeah, good times, man. Hey, we got new interim manager coming through. It's looking good.
Do you
I'm here for the Braves,
what? How do you think United will play under this new guy now, Joe?
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too experienced with the kind of teams he's managed, but as long as he has a structure, I think it's definitely gonna make us better.
Right.
Just that's the one thing that we are lacking. Well, where in previous years we've been lacking, we've had major holes in certain positions, right back, right wing, a proper forward, creativity in the middle. We have all of that now. So now we just need the structure. And this guy if he can bring us some structure, I think we can actually screw around and do something this season. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
All right, cool. Right. So as it stands now, we everyone seems to like Rangnick. Everyone seems to like what he's going to bring, what he's done. You all know he's worked with Hoffenheim, Schalke, RB Leipzig, Hanover, all in Germany, and he's changed the formation, changed the way they perceive football, and the vision he has to implement into United will be great. He has the structure United. He has the pool of players to continue this high press. Now, the game on Sunday against Chelsea. Richard, this might be Carrick's last game. What do you expect from this game? Are we going to win, lose, or draw?
Yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns and say that we're going to win.
We're going to beat Chelsea at the Bridge.
Yeah, we're gonna win. It's going to be a shock result, but I think it's going to be a scrappy game. We're going to probably get a penalty, a fortress penalty, and I think the players that are on the high at the moment now that this guy's gone, and we normally play very well against Chelsea. They haven't beaten us for a while at Stamford Bridge. I know that, was it in the FA Cup or was it Carling Cup they beat us? But I think
remember.
Yeah, I remember that. But in Premier League, they have been struggling against us recently. Everybody knows that Tuchel is a world-class coach. But I think that we're going to be very lucky on Sunday, and I think we'll get a result. So I'm going to go for a win.
Bems, Man United, Chelsea, Sunday.
Wow, man, Richard is he's doing
an Adam.
Man, yeah. I'm kind of surprised Richard's predicting the win, but I mean that's good though. Is in being positive, looking at past history and the way we perform against Chelsea makes sense. But for me, man, when I look at that Chelsea game, bruh.
Is it because of the way they destroyed Juventus, or
it's gonna be a long Sunday? I'll put it that way, man. It's gonna be a long Sunday. Chelsea will, man.
Remember, there's no Maguire.
You can tell by my, man, Chelsea will dissect us. They will run rings around us. They will. Yes, I know we have this high from the win against Villarreal, but man, let's be honest. For most of that game, we were totally shit. we were schoolboy we were just useless. If it wasn't for, I think we only played well for maybe 20 minutes of that game, and that was towards the end of the game when we scored those goals. But man, Chelsea would destroy us, man. Did you see Chelsea against Juventus, man? Chelsea this season, they play good football. They are compact, organized. When I mean organized, they don't concede. So if we have to win that game, Chelsea will have to concede, and Chelsea normally do not concede. It's gonna be a tough game. I don't see us winning that game. I think at best we get a draw, but I think it's gonna be a loss, in my opinion.
Right, Kay. Man United at the Bridge on Sunday.
You know, I've got a feeling we'll beat them just because.
Man.
I saw Chilwell's got his ACL. I think, is it Kante's The only thing I'm worried about is Lukaku. I know he's back in training, but I was just looking at the head-to-head. We haven't beaten them in the league since 2017. Like the last two times we beat them were in the cup.
Yes,
so
we haven't beaten them in the league. That's true.
Okay, right. So it's in the cup. Okay, fair enough. My bad.
Yeah.
So,
okay,
what are you saying?
I think we'll beat them 2-1. I've got a feeling. Do you know what? Do you know what I was impressed with against Atlanta? Not what am I saying? Atlanta in the Champions League game. Even though it wasn't great in the first half, Villarreal. Even though it wasn't great to watch, the way we set up, as soon as we lost the ball, it was like 2 banks of 4, and they closed off the space. So that was somewhat positive for me. Like before, it was just kick a ball. It'll all depend on the lineup, whether we'll drop Bruno again, but I think we'll be compact and he'll make us set up so we're hard to beat and try and nick a win. So I've got a feeling we'll win that game.
Kay has said a win. Richard has said a win. Benza said mostly a draw. Let's hear from the guy on the beach, Joe.
Hey man.
And I hope before you make your decision, you not had too many drinks.
Oh no, I've had all the drinks. I've had all the drinks, man. I would like for us to come through, and if it's even possible to have something which is called a interim manager announcement bounce, maybe. But from our style of play against Villarreal, there's nothing about what happened in that game that makes me think we are currently good enough to beat Chelsea at Stamford, man. I'm sorry. We'll be lucky if we get a tie. This is a team that is informed. This is a team that they may not always be informed, but they always win dirty. This is a team that can win dirty. They are, and tactically, I don't know if maybe the interim manager can have Carrick on the phone or sending them messages on that Surface tablet, but it's looking like Chelsea will probably pull it off. Lukaku's playing, he's hungry. I know Maguire's been off form, but him not being in the game, so that means
gonna come in.
He's out of the game.
Yeah,
what about Cavani? Cavani still in? Cavani still there?
What's going on?
Cavani's there. I think he's healthy, right?
I can see the only chance of us coming in, Cavani doesn't start, but Cavani coming in the 65th, 70th minute. Our only advantage is our bench. We have a lot of game changers in our bench. And
balls need to be in the box. They need to put a lot of balls in the box, though.
Definitely.
They got injured.
If Jaden can elevate his, say that again.
They got injured. Kante and Chilwell did his ACL as well, but they both got knee injuries. So that's the only reason why.
So Kante's out of that game.
That's true.
Yeah, Kante got knee injury.
Kante and Chelsea.
They just said Chilwell's got his ACL.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
That is why you see the UK crew said that is the reason why we might be able to beat Chelsea with Kante out.
Now, does anybody not think Tuchel's just going to be like? Does anybody not think that Tuchel's going to be like, hey, Lukaku, your man is Lindelof. Just boss him around, do whatever you want with him. He's going to be able to make it go.
Marking Lukaku.
Bailly's going to play.
Okay, if we can get Bailly on Lukaku, okay, I see us But that with all best case scenario, all I can see right now with the way we've been playing is a tie, and which will be good. If I can get a 2-2 tie, that'll work. 1-1, that'll work. If we can get a shutout,
But you don't see a
that's
win.
even better. I don't see a win. Man. I don't see a win.
Okay.
I don't see a win.
Richard, as you've heard from the American crew, Ben says, it's a 0 point. Joe is saying 1 point. You're saying 3. Kay saying 3. I'm saying I'll take 3 and 1, but I don't see us losing that game. Actually, I don't see a defeat. It could go wrong if we get a player sent off. Then I know we're done. But United know it's bad enough to play 11 against Chelsea is hard. To be 10 against 11, that's suicide. So I think United will go in there, hopefully common sense to realize you cannot go them start conceding yellow cards, which we're going to be on the back foot most of the time. I get it. But can we do enough? I think we could do enough to frustrate Chelsea to a point, then because I think Chelsea are that team whereby they'll try and bully in the first 20, 30 minutes. When they see you're not folding up, they start looking for, that is when United can now hit them. That's what I see. I don't see United being thrashed 5-0, 4-0. I don't see that. I don't see a Juventus game. Bems, I don't see United playing like Juventus. I don't see that. I don't.
Oh yeah. I agree. I don't see us getting trashed like 3-4-0 against Chelsea, but I do see us conceding just because defensively. I know defensively we still don't look good at all. We still look terrible, and I mean, if I look at United is, yes, to be fair to isn't to what Kay said, I think we looked a little bit better under Carrick in that game against Villarreal, but we still are a team that will sit back and soak up pressure. But the thing is, you're going against a Chelsea team that's well organized, and they'll just keep pounding until they, just the way Chelsea is coached. I mean, they really don't even need Lukaku. They could score goals without Lukaku. They create chances without Lukaku. Man, Lukaku, in my opinion, I think Lukaku might hurt them a little bit. Because I think they perform well better without Lukaku. But still, regardless, man, I mean, I think that they're gonna take good care of us, man. Well, probably, I think, in my opinion, probably a 2-1 victory to them, or maybe 2-0.
So I'm gonna start you there. Just give me the score. Bam, score.
Scoreline. I'm thinking 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 United.
2-0 Chelsea. No. I'm not going.
I'm messing with you, bro.
You will know when I start going. You will know when I start predicting more of United wins when we start getting coached by Rangnick and you start seeing a better system in play. Yeah, you'll see better predictions from me then.
Okay. So 2-1 Chelsea. Kay, scores, please.
2-1 United.
2-1 United. Joe, scores, please.
I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw.
2-2.
Ronaldo's always good for one, and with our lineup, Bruno, Rashford, Martial might get a taste. Cavani's still in there. I'm sure we can nick another one out of him.
Okay. All right. Richard, scores.
2-1 to United.
2-1 United. Richard, 2-1 United.
It's going to be a penalty and a goal that wasn't expected. So a goal probably against the run of play we'll get.
Hey, can I ask a question about this penalty thing?
I'll take the 3 points, though. I'll take the 3 points. Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. What are we getting this confidence that we're going to get a penalty? Like, it's not.
I don't know.
Our penalties have dried up. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's exactly why I don't know.
Since Klopp mentioned it last season, penalties have dried up. Since Klopp said it last season.
We haven't been getting them the penalties no more, man.
Yeah, because we don't know our penalty. Who's even our penalty kicker? Is this still
the Bruno took one against West Ham, and Aston Villa, right? And he lost it the last minute. Yeah, put over the post. That was the last penalty we had in
Oh
Premier
yeah,
League.
that's true.
That's the last penalty. That was like
That's
8
true.
games ago, bro.
Exactly. So I think we'll get a penalty. I think we'll get a penalty on Sunday.
Hey, I love your optimism, man. I am hoping that I am you real soon, as soon as possible.
Right.
I think the only way we
Right.
get a penalty is we have to spend some time in Chelsea's box, and
Balls have to be
I don't
put
see
in the
us
box.
spending
We
time
need
there.
balls in the box.
I
We
don't
need
see
to
us
get
spending.
balls in the box. You're not going to get penalty playing 25 yards away from Chelsea goal. No, we have to be in the area, attacking the defenders, running at them at all directions, left, right, center. That's the only way we're going to get penalty. We have the players. We have pacey players. You think about it. Ronaldo, Rashford, Martial. We have players who could run. Sancho, who have the pace to beat players and go past and be brought down. So, you know what I mean? What Carrick does, if Carrick pulls it off tomorrow, like I said, he'll be the most successful manager in United history. 2 games, 2 wins, and he's retired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, think about 100% record. 100% record. He'd be one of the most successful United managers in United. 2 games, 2 wins. And he did his
And
job.
that's an incentive for him. Yeah, that's a very good incentive for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. That's real good on his resume.
midweek, we have Arsenal. Do you guys realize we have Arsenal on Thursday?
No, midweek.
Midweek game.
Yeah. Thursday.
Why do we have a game on Thursday? That makes no sense.
It's weird, isn't it?
We're coming up to
that's weird.
December. The games start to get quicker now.
So
So
we've got winter. Have we got winter break this year?
I don't.
I think it's next
winter
year.
break.
No,
It's
next year. Next
Because
year.
we got
Yeah.
winter break because of the thing next year. The World Cup. Automatically, there is a winter break for
Oh, it's
World
because
Cup,
of the Rona, isn't it? Because I think they were planning to do it this year.
right? So we got Arsenal on Thursday at Old Trafford. I don't know what to even expect from that game. I'm not even going to look. I just want to get at the Chelsea game first. We see how we play against Chelsea. If we get a win, if we could beat Chelsea, I know we could beat Arsenal. But I'm worried about our home form in the Premier League is not really, it's literally worse than our away form at home. We just seem to not do well at home.
Let's see how we play at home when Carrick. Well, no, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be.
It could be Rangnick in charge.
It's gonna be Rangnick, but also there's a chance it might still be Carrick because I'm looking on Twitter. I think Fabrizio Romano posted that they're working on that the work permit is taking time.
Yeah.
For Rangnick, and he's supposed to get it sometime mid next week. If he's getting his work permit mid next week, let's say Wednesday, he's not gonna be in Manchester in time for the Arsenal game. So it might still be Carrick.
It might still be Carrick.
So yeah, it might still be Carrick. So I mean, it's just curious if Carrick is still in charge. I'll be curious to see how we perform under Carrick. It's not like Carrick has been the coach when Ole was there, but I'm just curious to see what Carrick would do.
I meant to ask, did anyone
that.
actually listen to Ole's last interview that MUTV gave him before when he was fired? Because I never heard it. Did any of you ever?
Yeah, I listened to a little bit.
What did he say?
It was heartbroken though.
Heartbroken?
It's BS, man.
He started crying.
It's
That's
a
a
sad story.
He started crying.
He was crying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cut.
Was he crying because he was sacked or he was crying that he failed? Which one was he crying for?
I think it's because he failed. I think it's more that he failed.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
Did he admit that he
And I
failed?
fell
Did
for
he
that.
know he
I fell
failed?
for
Did
that.
he realize he failed?
Yeah.
He said that. He said
yeah.
one thing he said was, I wish we could have done better or something, but I think it was a load of nonsense, PR nonsense, right?
Yeah.
5-0 home
so
to
too.
Liverpool. 5-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah, no. Listen. Ollie's last act in front of the fans, he was apologising to the fans against Wolves on Saturday, and the crowd booed him, and I think that would have really stung him. It would have really hurt him.
That's why Bruno went over and did what he did. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. Ollie's used to the crowd cheering his name, even if it's a bad result.
So they booed him on Watford.
They booed him up.
They booed him,
Did you see the video where Bruno was saying it's all of
I
us?
saw the video.
That's why
I did,
they were giving him stick. They were giving him a
so basically what Ollie is doing is he's trying to win back the hearts of the fans. He's trying to play back on the heartstrings because he knows that his standing at the moment with the fans is quite low, especially after the Watford game. But I just think that it's a load of nonsense, He was talking about his achievements as the night in Paris and his unbeaten away record. That's nonsense. You know, it was ridiculous. I didn't fall for his team.
Oh, hold on. Can I step in? Can I step in for Ole real quick after you finish? Let me step in for Ole.
Oh man, come on, man.
Joe, have you been had a few?
I mean, I saw it, and at the end of the day, we can't forget who this guy is. Yes, it didn't work out, and I think nobody wanted it to work out more than Ole, and you can clearly tell. I think it hurts him. It's like not being able to help a family member. You know, it's like if your family member needs some money or your family member is hurting, but you just don't have the means or the ability to do so. It just hurt him, and yes, it was PR BS. I get that, but that doesn't negate the fact that he definitely does love this club. I definitely would not have said that give him some more time. It's just that he really, it's something you can just tell this is something that he really wanted. And it's hurtful to recognize and realize that you're just not up to task to bring United back to glory. Because I'm betting all of our previous players, they all want to see us back to the same glory that we had when they were playing. And he's the one out of all of them that had gotten the opportunity to bring us back. And unfortunately, he just, either he needed more experience or more, it's just that the time just wasn't right and he wasn't able to pull it through. And he was just, you can, on a human level, guys, come on a human level, you gotta be able to for that. That does not negate everything that happened.
Okay, yeah, on the human level, but I don't care about human level at this point. I care about my club. Like, forget the human level. Like, I'm sure we're all nice human beings here.
Oh yeah.
Just like Ole's a nice human being.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, when
you
you employed, it doesn't. Yeah, being a good human does not win you titles. It doesn't win you games. It doesn't win you. It don't win you shit. Like at the end of the day, as a fan, I want my team. I want my team. Well, I want my team playing good football, entertaining football, challenging for the league title, winning. We used to do way back in Sir Alex Ferguson. Ole being there was a sentimental, emotional shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was an emotion. Oh, let's think about Ole is gonna bring us closer to the Fergie days. Man, fuck Fergie days. Those were good days. But I need my club to say, okay, Fergie is past, but we need to build this club back to where we were before. And I'm serious. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm a big Fergie fan. We play well during Fergie, but forget Fergie time is past. We need to forget that. We need to move forward as a club and implement a style of football that will get this club is in challenging, winning titles, winning leagues. Fergie was good. It was good while it lasted, but Fergie is gone. We need to forget that.
And Ole failed.
It's by my opinion.
It's simple as that.
And Ole failed.
I see where Joe is saying.
That Fergie
Joe
stuff,
is
man.
human.
It's not gonna work.
It's emotional. It's sentimental. He's a great guy. I would love to sit down and have a cup of tea with him, but on a football level, he failed. And let's call it. No. 3 years, no trophies.
But when you look
at the year this season was over in October. I'm sorry, bro.
That's how bad it is, man.
And emotions don't win titles.
But you know what it is? He overachieved, to be honest, for what he was brought in to do. But he got to the cliff and just fell off. Like when we first got him in, he wasn't there to get us to where he got us. He got second by a lot of luck and a lot of things being bad. And then that was the wallpaper over the cracks. And then he got there and he thought, oh, I got second. Maybe I can do something. And then the next season it was like reality hit him. And he didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Richard.
Yeah.
I feel like Ole is just as much of a victim.
All right, Joe, come
Glazers. I feel like Ole is just as much of a victim of the Glazers. The Glazers and the organization in the back room should have been able to be the ones that saw what was going on with the team, what our style of play was looking, and what.
But they're not football people, bro. They're not football people.
Okay, so
they're not going to see it.
Ole loves this club, and I guess yes, everybody wants to say that Ole should have left at his own. Should have resigned. But if you love this club, even if Patrice Evra was in that same position, do you see Patrice Evra resigning?
No one's resigned.
What people are
No, no one's gonna
Roy,
resign.
Who
resign.
resigned from Man United?
Okay, so
No manager's gonna resign from Man United.
then we have to leave it to the Glazers. You got to leave it up to the owners.
No,
Once they kept them there.
Joe, I disagree because Gattuso, he was an AC Milan legend, resigned. Zinedine Zidane resigned. Duncan Ferguson, an Everton legend, resigned. At the end of the day, if Ollie loved the club, he knew that he wasn't up to the job. Instead of waiting for his severance pay, because that's what he was waiting for. He was waiting for that £7.5 million payout. Okay,
Yeah.
if he really loved the club, he knew that he was not up to the job. You resign like the other guys at AC Milan and Zinedine Zidane at Real Madrid. That's what you do. But he wanted that payout because he's a mercenary. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Don't fall for it.
Richard, do you know what it was though as well? It's the fans. The fans were. Look how many fans didn't turn him. A lot of fans were cheering and singing him. We were getting beat by Liverpool. Fans were clapping him. So in his head, he's thinking, "Oh, I can keep going."
No, I think he knew deep down he was not good enough. No, deep down, Ollie knew that he
For
was not
fans,
good enough.
any fans who were cheering him after the 5-0 Liverpool, they must be delusional and they need their head tested. They
Sentiment.
must be
It's
stupid.
sentimental.
You can't
'Cause it's
cheer a team.
sentimental.
I don't care
Absolutely.
how good the coach is. If you lose at home to your bitterest, closest rival 5-0, I'm booing you, bro. And the whole team. That whole team should be deducted pay that week. Damn it. Cheering him? Cheering him for what? For losing 5-0 to Liverpool?
Because the
I'll be
99. That's why
I'll be cheering Liverpool players.
The 99.
And before that,
that's
think
the
about it.
Stratford end.
And
That's the
before
Stratford
the
end.
Liverpool,
Oh, yeah, man, it
before
is.
the Liverpool game,
Yeah,
the 4-2 trashing by Leicester. Don't forget that one. People forget the Leicester trashing. That was there. Sorry.
man, we need to forget this Sentiment FC, man. I'm tired of
There are too
Sentiment
many
FC. What is it?
Sentiment FC.
What is Sentiment FC doing for
And
you?
Joe is pulling that one now.
Does that make you
he's
feel
a
good
nice
as a
guy.
fan?
Richard's a
Sentiment
nice
FC.
guy.
Listen,
Man,
He's
that's
a
not
nice
what I'm
guy.
saying.
Fall by
You're
the
a nice
wayside.
guy.
Sentiment
not
FC.
what
I
I'm
don't.
saying.
I'm a
All
nice
this
guy.
talk. All this talk
it's
that.
not
All
a-
this talk that Ole restructured the club. He did. He brought the good feel factor. He did this. He's brought back the United way. Fuck all that, man. Man, that could go to sleep. Man, did you see the results before he got sacked?
This team.
Did you see the results? Did you see the way we play football? Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Under Ole this season, when I watched the games at home, I felt like I literally slept. Like halfway through the game, I'll fall
It's
asleep.
not Van Hal again.
That's
It's
how
not
bad.
Van Hal football.
At least Van Hal did not
It
lose
was
5-0
worse.
home to
The
Liverpool.
only thing with Van Hal,
My
he kept the ball.
was
only
worse.
thing is, yes, I get that. My only thing is, let's not, like, he's still one of our club legends. He's gone, okay?
Yeah, we
So
get that.
to
We
take
get
this
that,
opportunity and not put the sword through him,
No,
I'm
sword,
not willing to do
listen,
that.
Joe.
He's gone.
This whole
See,
sword
Joe.
thing.
Joe,
It wasn't
let me
great,
ask you this question.
you know?
Would you say this about Mourinho? Would you talk like this
Exactly.
about Mourinho?
Absolutely not, because Mourinho
Okay,
did
then there you
not have
go.
any respect for
Then
that
there you
club.
go. You've answered my
Mourinho
question.
didn't have respect
Sentiment
for the club.
FC.
Mourinho
There
didn't
you
love
go.
our club.
No.
Mourinho didn't love our
But
club.
Alright.
So there's a
okay,
difference.
just like
Richard.
Wait, hold on. Just like what Richie said. If when he loved the club, he would have resigned, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Richard, if you remember,
Yeah,
Joe,
Mr. FC.
at the time when Mourinho was sacked, he had more points than Ole. He had a worse team than Ole, but he got sacked. This guy lost 4-2 to Leicester, 5-0 to Liverpool, 2-0 to Man City, which could have been more, but then the worst of all, to lose to a relegated team that just got promoted. That I'm sorry. 4-1.
Smash.
That
It wasn't
takes
2-1.
the cake. As we
4-1.
said back home in England, Richard, we said that takes the effing piss. It's at the laugh, mate. That is taking the effing piss, mate. Sorry.
I am not saying
Watford.
he did not deserve to
Watford.
get sacked. That's
Bro,
all. I'm not saying.
We're talking Watford here. Watford.
The bottom of the league, man.
Bottom.
The bottom of the league. 4-1.
Humiliated United. 4-1. Nah, he got to go. I don't sentiment. What he did in
Let me ask you.
99. What he did in
ask you a
99
question.
will never be forgotten. That I will always remember that, and I
me ask you a-
appreciate that. But as a manager, he failed. He needed to be
Okay.
fired last season after the Europa League.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have to leave soon. So let me go ahead and throw my question out right now.
Yeah.
All right, for everyone. You guys are at Old Trafford, you're in the Stratford end or wherever, right? The announcer points out that Ole is watching the game. You guys clapping up for him? Or saying no? Or
Yeah,
booing him?
he's
don't
not
care.
my manager. I'll clap for him. Yeah,
I don't care.
because
I
of
don't
what he
care
did in
if he's there.
'99. Not what he did as a
Yeah.
manager.
I will not clap.
Yeah, but are you clapping for him though?
Yeah, well,
I'm not clapping. Why should I
Why?
clap?
I mean, yeah,
Okay,
you
okay,
can
that's
clap
all.
for the
That's
guy,
all I
but
want. That's
I
all I
don't
want.
care. I don't care if he's there. He doesn't
Are you
deserve any
clapping?
standing
Are you
ovation,
clapping?
in my
Richard,
opinion.
No,
Richard.
no. Listen. I'm
Okay.
tired of this. Is what has held United back. This sentimental rubbish, right? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was content to be sitting on the bench for his whole career. He never once thought, okay, I'm going to be the main man and step up and be the main number 9 for Manchester United. This guy was a
You don't
born
know.
loser. No. He is a loser, right? He brought this loser mentality over to Manchester United. He got Cardiff relegated. He's not won a single trophy since 2013 in the Norwegian League. And you think I'm going to be clapping him for what? For what? At the end of the day, he's just an ex-employee. To me, he's not no legend of Manchester United. Yes, he scored in 1999, and I give him credit for that. But he's not a legend to me. So I don't need to be clapping him. At the end of the day, he's lowered our expectations. He's dragged our standards to hell. So I don't want to hear about, oh, Ollie's here, clap for him. Why? I don't clap for mediocrity. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just feel like we're putting
Okay,
Ole.
Joe,
I just feel like we're putting
hold
Ole
on.
and Phil Jones level. It's unnecessary.
Yes, I am putting Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in managerial terms. He's worse than Phil Jones. Yes. If you want to put him as a manager, as a, he's comparable to Phil Jones or even worse.
So okay, now let me quickly ask you:
Oh,
Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ole. How are you arranging them in achievement
It's
in
very
that?
easy. It's very easy.
Number
oh,
one.
that's easy, man. That's
Okay,
easy.
Benz, go.
That's
Number
easy.
one.
Okay, I'll put it right. I'll go with number one from the bottom.
Okay,
I'm gonna start with the worst.
right.
Ole.
Okay, second to West.
So then second to worst, maybe Van Gaal or Moyes. I think wait, hold on. I think Mourinho was the best out of all of them.
So start from top to bottom, number
My
1 to
opinion.
4. Start from top to bottom. The best to the worst.
Okay. Mourinho.
Number 1. Number 2.
Mourinho, number 2. I'll take Van Gaal, Moyes, then Ole.
Okay. Top 4 managers since Fergie up to today. Number
Jose,
1. Jose.
Van Gaal, Ole, Moyes.
Okay.
The team that Moyes had, like, people forget that. They won the league the season before.
Okay, I'm
Thank
going to go
you.
to Richard. I'm going to go
In
back to the
Ben's
man on the
God
beach
bless
last.
you.
I'm going to go back to the man in the beach last. Okay, Richard, the managers in accordance to successful after Fergie. Number 1.
Easy. Mourinho.
1.
Then LVG.
2.
Moyes third. He even won a charity shield. Okay, he lifted some silverware. Moyes is third, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He gets the. I don't even rank him. I don't rank him.
Unrankable. Let's go to the man on the beach. Joe, come in, please.
I would say Mourinho,
1.
LVG.
2.
I'm gonna give third to Ole because Ole did a lot of cleaning up left by both Mourinho and LVG. And the last place, I don't care about that community shield or whatever that was, Moyes. He took a championship, a team that won the league handedly, and like no. Moyes is definitely the worst.
You know what? That Moyes thing. I think to be fair to Moyes inherited an aging squad. That's one. 2, Moyes did win a trophy. You could say what you want to say about Community Shield, but that Community Shield is worth more than what Ole has in his cabinet. I'm sure that Community Shield is better than that. Whatever he won at Molde, I'll tell you that. And
But what-
I mean,
I think as far as where the team is,
that clean sheet is worth more than the trophies that he
where
has
are we
in his
gonna finish,
cabinet
though,
from
Ben?
Molde.
When he got sacked on my birthday. I will never forget the day because it was my birthday. Where were we in the league when he got sacked?
I think we were like seventh, or like
It's the
seventh or
22nd of
eighth.
April.
Yeah,
We were
it was
seventh.
22nd of April. Oh, we're seventh,
Exactly.
right?
We're seventh.
Okay,
That's a
I think he
scandal.
was sacked 5 games to
22nd
go
of
for the end of
April,
the
right?
season. Yeah, it was April.
Okay. But check this out, right? Check this out. On the Ole this season, we will be lucky to be seventh in April. If Ole remains,
That's in the
we'll
third
be
season,
lucky.
though. That's in the third season. Moyes did that in the first season with a squad that won the league, bro.
But okay. No, but check this out. But that squad that Moyes got was an aging squad. I mean, them players were old.
I agree.
What do you expect him to do
True.
with players that are pretty much almost? I mean, he probably could have squeezed a little bit out of them, but I think to take over an aging squad that's pretty much done, and to be seventh with a chance
That's
that
bad.
he
That's
probably could maybe move it to like sixth or fifth by the end of the season. I know it's
Top
poor,
four minimum.
but man,
It's
it's
been there,
in my
isn't it?
opinion.
it's
Yeah,
unforgivable.
I agree.
The
Moyes-
way you're carrying water for
But
Moyes,
if you look at what
but
Ole
at the
has
same
done,
time,
right? We talk about Ole weeded out the trash. Lukaku wanted to go.
Sanchez.
He didn't want to play Lukaku, so said he wanted to go because he gave Lukaku the opportunity to start on the bench. Sanchez, I think I don't know what happened with Sanchez. I think Sanchez wanted to go too, in my opinion. So the only player that I think he weeded out was Fellaini. Ashley Young wanted to go. The rest of the players wanted to go.
Valencia.
Fellaini was the only player that he pushed out. That's it. He did not weed out shit. I'm telling you. He was trying to keep a lot of these players.
Okay.
Look at the squad that he has now, right? He has all these players on his on the squad, and he can't use them. He's lying to Lingard. Hey Lingard, I want to keep you. You're gonna have game time. Don't go to West Ham. Stay here. And then what? And then what has he done to Lingard? Lingard is that pissed off because he hasn't played. He's lying to these players to keep him.
Yeah. The only reason that I still put Moyes at the bottom, the culture of our club disappeared when he got rid of Evra, Vidic, Rio, Van Persie. All them guys went in one season. Those guys held the standards up.
That was Moyes' downfall.
That was criminal.
No.
He got rid of them all quickly.
No. Hey,
Richard, come in, Richard.
That's false. That's false because it was LVG that got rid of them guys. It wasn't.
No, they all went. Rio went to Evra. All them went on the Moyes. Trust me.
No, yeah.
Actually,
but
Richard, I think
was on the Moyes. Yeah.
LVG, though.
I think most of them leave on the Moyes. Yeah. I think they did leave on the Moyes, but still, man. Moyes was better than Ole, man. Come on, man. Ole, this
anybody who would have taken
shit, man.
anybody who was coming directly under Alex Ferguson was gonna struggle because the
but he changed
pressure was
too
gonna
much
be
too
too
quick.
much.
He
As
changed
the
too much
person,
too quick.
it was too quick. And to think about it, he's taking over a team that just won the league title. If you look at that 2013 team that won the title, it was not a great team. Alex Ferguson just got the last, just squeezed out the last juice.
Yeah,
and Van
that's
Persie
true.
was key. Everything went through Van Persie. They were just, Rooney was coming to the end of his career. Let's call it, Rooney was not what he used to be. Rooney played deep. But Alex Ferguson was able to just get the last juice out of that team. That team was not going to win any more titles under, even keeping it. So Moyes struggled with that team. He got rid of the training stuff and brought his own.
But wasn't Van Persie injured?
No, but let me name the team. You had Zaha, Van Persie, Fletcher, Michael Keane, Kagawa, Cleverley, Lingard, the keeper, Giggs, Powell, Raphael, Januzaj, Ashley Young, Blackett, Scholes was still there.
Scholes was still there?
Fabio,
man.
Yeah, he was at
but
the end.
Scholes, he was done, man. He was done with it, though, anyway.
Fabio was there, Rooney, Rio, Lingard, Carrick, Welbeck, Vidic, Smalling, De Gea. Obviously, Jones was there. Butner, Hernandez was still there.
Valencia was there.
Yeah, Fellaini, Johnny Evans, Evra, Nani, Anderson, and Valencia. That was a good team.
That was
Yeah,
what
that
boys
wasn't
had
bad
to
football.
work.
That
That was how,
That was a
but
good team.
it was a
Yeah,
good team, but that
that was
team
a
was
good team.
already aging
It
out
was
slowly.
aging. It was aging. It was aging though. It was
Especially
aging.
the back line. The
Hey
back line was
guys,
Vidic and Real were slightly phasing themselves out slowly. Injuries,
Hey,
especially Real
hey
Vidic.
Tim,
Hey,
hey
Right.
Tim, I'm gonna
hey,
have
real
to
quick.
I'm gonna have to leave because I gotta go.
Yeah,
But
same here. Same here.
but
Just
y'all, I
thumbs
mean,
me
this
up
was
and
a
you're out. Just
cracking.
thumbs me up.
This was a cracking discussion. I really enjoyed this with the UK guys, and Joe for
problem.
sure. Appreciate you, man.
All right, guys.
Always,
See
always.
ya.
Have
Have a
good
nice
weekend.
one.
Take care.
Hey,
Hey, yeah, Joe,
fellas,
nice
I'm
one
gonna
too,
head
man.
back.
Cracking.
Right. So
All right,
Richard,
man. Yeah.
as it
All right, man.
seems,
I'm gonna head back. All right.
Yeah.
all right, guys. Richard, as it
Take
seems,
care, Joe.
it appears that Ole, a lot of fans have this sentimental thing with Ole. You know, he's a
Yeah.
great guy, he's a nice guy, but tactically, he lacked so many areas. And that's the honest truth. But a lot of people don't want to see that. They're like, but if you realize when he joined, I remember when he joined United in 97, I still used to go to Old Trafford then. He played second fiddle to Cole and Cantona. When Cantona left in 98, it was Cole and Sheringham who were the main strikers. Solskjaer was a sub. He was never the main striker. He came on as a, when they wanted to rest him. Then when we didn't win the title in 98, Arsenal won the title in 98. United now went to go and get Dwight York. It was York and Cole. And Sheringham, then Ole a backup. So Ole was always never the main man. Always a sub. So there were, if you take away the goal in 1999, there were bigger legends than Ole in that team. I swear, across board.
Yeah.
But a lot of fans,
100% agree.
all the fans sees, because the only reason they see that is because he's the only one who scored in 99 and who got the opportunity to manage Man United. That's the only reason.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
bigger legend than him. He's not even the same category as Keane. No way.
Scholes, Beckham.
No.
But I just think that with Ollie, for me, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has given me my greatest moment as a Manchester United fan. Honestly, when that goal went in 1999, I couldn't believe it. So I think that a lot of fans hang on to that moment, in Barcelona.
22 years ago.
Yeah, but, and forever, I'll be grateful for that. But at the same time, when you actually look at his playing career, he was never the main man. He was never the guy that would be like, okay, I'm gonna be step up and be the main guy here. Or if they're not gonna play me, I'm gonna go somewhere else. He was not that guy. So it just tells you something about his mentality. He was just content with just being second fiddle. And I think that's probably followed him towards his management career. He's just content with being the manager of Manchester United. I don't think he really.
You don't think he was, and he wasn't driven.
He wasn't ambitious to get to United being the title winners, because in January when we were first, and then I think we had a bad result, and the interview asked him, "Oh, so are you still title contenders?" He was like, "No, who told you that? We're not title contenders. Oh, you guys think that." He was always talking about process, we're building something. He never talked about, okay, this is what I want to do. Yeah, so I think this is just his mentality, and I think that fed onto the players. I think the players, started believing in that mediocrity, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But if you look at Chelsea, when Thomas Tuchel came in, straight away, Chelsea were in a bad position. People forget that. He said, I'm here to win trophies. I'm here to win trophies. In his first press conference, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was saying, 2, 3, 4 years. Stop, stop. No, nobody wants to hear that. People want to know what you can deliver. And if you can't deliver, what philosophy do you have? What tactics can you implement? What identity do you have?
He kept saying the United way, the United way, the United way.
Yeah, he's always talking about DNA. It's rubbish. So this is why.
Okay, you're laughing because we heard it so many times. Because if you realize, if you guys remember, he used to criticize Jose Mourinho. He criticized him, like, Jose Mourinho didn't know the United way, that United's way of attacking was very poor and this and that. That when he now got the job, It was an absolute shit show. So what do you guys think about it?
Yeah, okay, go on.
In the white, into the jaw.
I've always said that. I've never called Ollie a legend, and I'll never call him a legend. He was an iconic player, but
He was
when would you ever call a player that's a super sub a legend? You got people like Cantona, Bobby Charlton, George Best. Would you ever put Ollie in that category? I wouldn't personally. No. So for me, what he did in '99 was iconic. And like Richard said, we're grateful for it, but I would never call him a legend. I've even seen people say Rooney's not a legend for Man United. So why is Ollie a legend?
Exactly.
So for me, like, well done. You did what you could do. I always say, when I've gone to games, the last game I went to, it was United City when we beat them 2-0 before COVID. And I was thinking Ollie at the wheel. But I've always said, if I go and watch a game, I'm not going to go there and boo. I'll always go and support the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't do good. And yeah.
And for the away fans, the United away fans are one of the hardest fans. They go everywhere. For them to boo Ole at the Watford game, that tells you they were done. They were done.
Definitely.
Watford, you see, I don't mind losing to. I've always said on this show, I don't mind losing, but it's the manner in which you lose. 5-0 to Liverpool was a joke. That was just a joke.
Then we're in negative goal difference, aren't we? I think we're in negative goal difference.
I'm not surprised.
I think there's only 3 clubs that have conceded more than us.
We shit 4 against Leicester, 5 against Liverpool, 2. That's 9 plus 2 against City. That's 11. Another 4 against Watford. That's 15 in 4 games.
There's only 3 clubs that have conceded more than us: Norwich, Newcastle, and we've conceded the same as Leicester.
See what I mean? He had to go. This emotional, like, because I never had time to listen to the interview. People even say, why did they not grant LVG an interview or Marino an interview when he was about to be sacked or after he'd been fired? Because the interview was after he'd been fired, right? That was when they gave him the interview. Was that just for him to just tell the fans what happened?
PR, innit? It's PR stuff, like Richard said. It's all sentimental. They're trying to just appease the fans, and they're trying to take the flack away from themselves as well, because they appointed him.
Because a lot of fans were saying they feel so, at this point, I feel so sad. Instagram was on fire, like, oh, I'm really sad how they could treat a human being like this. Like, if me and you don't do well in a job, then we're going to be fired. They're not going to say, you know what, we'll give you 3 more months to turn it around, then another 3 more months to turn it around, then another 3 more months. Then before you go, give us a speech of how it all went wrong. Really, bro?
Well, you know something, like the difference is we won't be paid £7.5 million to be bad at our job. So I just think that, look, Ollie's gone now, so good luck to him in whatever he does. I just think that,
and he knows he would not be getting another job in the Premiership. That ain't gonna happen.
Oh, do you know what?
I won't be surprised.
I won't be surprised if he gets a job, because he's got Manchester United on his CV. Some stupid.
But people will see, but they see how he failed, bro.
No, they'll see how he felt, but some stupid clubs, lower league clubs, will say, "Oh, he got them to 2nd, he got them to 3rd. You know, he's competed in the Europa League. Let's give him a chance."
He's a way record.
Having Manchester United on your CV actually can help you. So I think
Lampard never got another job again. He's still not got a job. Lampard.
No, but he wanted by Norwich.
Not Norwich. He turned that one down. Yeah,
exactly. So I think Solskjaer will get another job in the Premier League.
Yeah, he will get a newly promoted team will take him.
Yeah, that's what I think, because they're gonna, as soon as they see Manchester United on somebody's CV, instantly it
3 years he was there. 3 years.
Yeah, I know.
But the 3rd, 2nd, Europa League final. Some teams might say, you know what?
Let's take a gamble. Yeah, I reckon he'll get a job. Yeah.
And you got to remember, in the Premier League, jobs are drying up. A lot of managers, the old guard, they've gone. So there's not a lot of managers around nowadays.
So the oldest now is going to be Pep, actually. It literally is going to be Pep as the longest serving manager in Premier League now, right? Other than...
It's Sean Dyche.
Oh, yeah. He's still there, and they don't plan to sack him anytime soon. They're happy
to never sack him. They can never sack him. He's done so much for them.
Yeah.
I think they let him leave. But I don't think they'd sack him personally.
That's one guy who still believes in 4-4-2. and he believes in it. He believes in it, and it still works for him.
He's very old school, isn't he?
He is very old school, mate.
He plays to their strengths. That's the good thing about him. He plays to their strengths. He doesn't try and mix it up.
My friend just texted me. He said, "Don't forget, Ole played. He also played with Zaha. He played with Zaha. He played with Rooney. He played with Ronaldo. He played with Van Persie. He played with Ruud van Nistelrooy. That is true. Solskjaer has played with so many strikers and has never been the main man, as in the main striker.
Yeah, exactly. So what does that tell you about him?
He's just content to just be in the club. He's just like, I'm happy to just be here.
He's content. Yeah, he's content, and that seeps through to his management style.
Winning mentality.
He's not a winner. Yeah, he's not a winner.
I remember in 2002 when United bought Nistelrooy, Alex Ferguson was changing. He said, "Cole, you might not be playing as much again because I want Nistelrooy as my main striker." Cole said, I can't do this. I got to go. I'm out.
I listened to an interview and he said that. He said that he wanted to go and play because he was still trying to get back into the England team. And Fergie said to him, "I'll give you a contract until you want to retire." Like, he actually said that to him. You might not play, but I'll give you another contract for a few years, like for what you've done for the club. And he said, no, we wanted to go. And he went to Blackburn, didn't he?
He went to Blackburn. The first season, he won them the League Cup. They never won before. He scored the winning goal against Spurs.
Yeah. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not a winner.
Yeah. But as a manager, like I said, as a player, and if I look at that whole 99 season, okay, there are 2 points. There are 2 times he scored vital goals. The winning goal against Liverpool in the 5th round at Old Trafford. He scored the winning goal. We were down a goal by Michael Owen. Then Dwight York and Cole combined. York scored the equalizer. Then
Cole and York were on fire that season.
Bro, they were the deadest partnership in European history. They were on another level, bro. The delivery from York and Giggs from both, the delivery from Beckham and York, from Giggs and Beckham from both flanks, and Scholes through the middle. Those people, they just, it's like they just gelled. Everyone knew, all right, if I move, he's going to be there. That goal against Barcelona at Nou Camp,
goals, that banger. Yeah.
That was too much. The step overs, the way they know he's going to be there. If we have a partnership like that, it was just on another level, bro. It's just on another level. But it, like you said, it's the football is past. It was a beautiful era, a beautiful generation. Football has changed. Can United get to that point? To that point, they can, but But what fans are saying is, Ole has had the best crop of players, and he still could not deliver. That's what hurts. More than what Van Gaal had, more than what Mourinho had, and he still could not find a formation. And we're losing to Leicester, losing to Liverpool, getting fried by Watford. Come on, bro. Come on.
Crazy.
It was not. Well, gentlemen, the game is on Sunday. If to say I'm not worried, I'm very worried. And I watched a few highlights of the Juventus game. The way Chelsea destroyed Juventus was not funny at all. It made Juventus look like they're not even, you wouldn't even think that this is a team that normally plays European football every year, but this is Chelsea. But hopefully we could get a result. I would love to get a result against Chelsea. I really love it because I've got a lot of Chelsea fans every day. All that. I put one down their throat would be nice, but we just have to make sure. But I think
just a quick one. I was just looking at that team in 1999, 98. I didn't realize this. It's saying that in the league, like Dwight York never came off the bench. He started.
Oh yeah.
He never came off the bench. 32 games. He started every game.
Every single game, bro.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that.
That season, because Alex Ferguson, what he did, anytime United didn't win the title, he would go and find out what was the missing thing. The reason they lost the 98 season, that season we lost to Alex Ferguson as Arsene Wenger. I was at the game.
Was that the Invincible year? Was that the Invincible
No. Invincible year was 2000.
That was later. Yeah, it's later.
Invincible was 2004.
Yeah.
97, 98 season, United was leading the table. Then we had some bad injuries. Then Arsenal were like 12 points behind United. I went to Old Trafford, and this guy scored the winning goal. A guy called Overmars for Arsenal. Mark Overmars scored the winning goal at Old Trafford.
Dutch player, yeah.
Dutch player, short guy, very quick.
Very good. Yeah.
He's got
very
very good
winger.
player. He scored the winning goal at Old Trafford. We lost that game by a goal to nil. Ever since then, Arsenal kept winning. They had this Swedish guy. What's his name again? He had this colorful hair. Then
Lundberg.
Lundberg. Yeah. This was before Henry. They had Anelka.
Yeah.
They had Anelka before Henry. And they
Oh,
had
yeah. I remember that.
Vieira, Petit in midfield.
Oh, yeah. Petit was the
Arsenal
goal. Ray Parler's on, isn't it?
Parler.
Yeah.
They had a solid team. We kept thinking they're gonna fail. They won all the games and won the title they won the double that year. So Alex Ferguson said, you know what? I'm gonna go and get Dwight York to play with because Sheringham and Cole, it worked, but we just could not get enough out of them. The injuries were too many.
They didn't get on with each other.
They didn't get on. Even though they scored, but we had so many injuries that season, I think we lost Keane halfway through the season. But in the 99 season, he got York in summer. He didn't even know. Actually, York was supposed to replace Cole. That was the whole plan.
Yeah, it was. I seen that in an interview as well.
He was supposed to replace Cole.
And it was by mistake that the chemistry just clicked.
The chemistry. Yeah. Ole, don't forget, Ole was in the background as a sub striker. Ole was still there. That was Ole's third season at United at the time. And we had Sheringham. So you had Cole, Sheringham, York, and Solskjaer. So you had 4 strikers. The first 2, they had the backup 2. So sometimes they mixed it around. But York and Cole were the main strikers. Solskjaer came on for the cup games, League Cup games, but he was never the main striker. But York was on another level, bro. He was a very good player. But he was not the most disciplined. He was like Ronaldinho. He liked to party a lot.
Bit of a maverick.
Oh, he was a party pooper. He loved to party. So,
I remember hearing a story where they were saying that there was times where York had been out and he'd come to the training ground and he'd drop the girl at the gate that he'd been with the night and ordered a taxi for the girl from the gate. Obviously, this day and age with social media, you can't do that. But
back in the day, they didn't have social media like that. So he was lucky there. And Alex Ferguson fined him a lot of times, later training. That's why I think in 2001, 2002, Alex Ferguson just dropped him completely. Go and stay in the second team. And just showed him off because he just couldn't handle him, man. He just got too social. He won 3 league titles in a row, so he was done. He won a member of the treble team.
Women. With York, it was women, innit? He was just playing and the women.
3 league titles in a row. He won 3 league titles in a row, a Champions League, FA Cup. What more does a footballer want in his career? He's done. He won everything. He don't need anything else. You know what I mean? So he was done. He went to Blackburn.
Blackburn with York. York and Cole were Blackburn on the soonest.
Yeah. So gentlemen, Sunday can't come any sooner, bro. I mean, sooner for victory, but my mind is still a bit worried about that game. But I just hope we could get it. But guys, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
No problem. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, and you too, guys. So absolutely, you've come to this time. So guys, thank you. Want to thank Kay and Richard representing UK on Black Friday. It's been a tough one. I mean, it's what it is. Shopping, spending more money all over the place. But it is what it is. We'll come to that time of the day. Well, thank you guys for joining the show today. We have a weekend tomorrow. Our game is on Sunday. What is there any other big game tomorrow? Who's playing tomorrow? What other games are playing tomorrow?
Premier League fixtures.
Newcastle are playing Arsenal early.
Newcastle at home or Arsenal home?
Arsenal at home.
Oh,
that's Man City,
three points.
Man City, West Ham.
Man City and West Ham on Sunday. That'll be a good
Where's that? Etihad or London?
Etihad.
Yeah, it's at the Etihad, yeah.
That would be nice to see what West Ham could do at Etihad. That would be nice. I think West Ham seemed very hard to break down this season.
I think City will beat them, though. I think they'll beat them. Cancelo's, the way he's playing.
You're saying West Ham a big City?
No, City will beat West Ham, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Who will Liverpool play this weekend?
Southampton.
They'll beat Southampton.
Chelsea got us. Okay, oh well. No. The table, the top. So what? How many points does Chelsea lead? Is anyone got a table in front of them? How many points Chelsea got now?
29 points. They're 12 points ahead of us.
12 points ahead of us. And who's the next one to them? They got City's on what? 26?
26. Well, the goal difference. They've got 7 goals more better than City.
What? How many points is Liverpool on?
25.
25.
See, them three are really close, and we are 12 points out of it.
What's the goal difference? They've only conceded 4 goals, Chelsea.
Only 4 in the
I
whole
think
season.
Chelsea will win.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole season.
Dang. So they played
solid at the
12
back.
games. It's 12 games played now, right? 12?
Yeah.
And they've only
Scored,
conceded.
scored 30, conceded 4.
Damn. I could see what people are saying. Richard, that is some defending, bro. They don't concede a lot. And I've seen Liverpool have shifted a few goals this season. But and City have shifted a few, but Chelsea are not conceding goals at all, bro. 4. Damn.
And we've conceded 21.
Yeah.
We're on -1 goal difference. I've never seen Man United on -1 goal difference.
We were shipping an average of 3 a game, bro. You think about it. We shipped 19 goals in 4 games. That tells you a lot, bro. 19 in 4 games. That's average of 4 goals a game. 4 against Leicester, 5 against Liverpool, 4 against Watford, 2 against City. It's too much.
Harry Maguire, Varane didn't play in any of those games.
No, he did not. No, he did not. That tells you a lot.
Harry Maguire. It looks very bad on Maguire.
Yeah, but yeah, he says we go again. And now we're gonna have Bailly on Sunday.
I think that's a good thing.
Bailly and Lindelof on Sunday against Chelsea. I don't know how Chelsea will cope with them two, but I hope they do well. But would Carey play back? Would Carey play McFred? Do you think McFred will play?
Yeah. I think
they'll play. They'll play. McFred will play. On the left,
I don't know if he'll drop Donny again, though. Do you think Donny will be dropped or Donny will start?
I don't see Donny
Bruno
starting.
will start.
You think
Bruno will start.
Greenwood?
No. He's got COVID. Sancho will keep his place.
I think Sancho will keep his place on the right. But does Sancho track back though? Does he track back enough?
Yeah, he works hard.
He's tracking back. He after Fred, he got the second most defensive
recoveries.
That's
recoveries on Wednesday.
Then who plays on the left?
I think he might put Rashford in, you know.
Rashford for the
or no Martial?
Yeah, I think he'll rest him.
Martial, I know you're a big fan of him, Kay, but you didn't see.
You know what it is? His match fitness. I don't think he'll play him because of that. But I think he'll do well under Rangnick. I think Martial will thrive under it.
We'll see.
He doesn't.
I think Rashford might start, you know. I think Rashford and Sancho might play up front with Ronaldo. Then behind them, probably, I think he'll play Bruno instead of, because it's a bigger game, he'll probably play Bruno instead of Van der Beek. Only
He'll
things
try and get
are,
a reaction. He'll want a reaction from Bruno and see, like, you've got dropped. Prove me wrong for dropping you. Like.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be McFred and Bruno in the middle. Then don't free. Yeah, the team, apart from Bailly, I think the team's literally picked. I think Shaw's back, right?
Again, won't it? Shaw's not back, is he?
Is Shaw back?
I don't think so.
If Shaw is not back, Telles to me going forward is great, but defending sometimes I always get I get a bit worried for Telles.
Who plays on the right for Chelsea? Is it Maine? Is it Mason Maine that's on the right?
Yeah, Mason plays on the right for Chelsea.
Yeah, I think it's going to be trouble to Telles. He's
going to give Telles a lot of problems, bro. So, well, we'll just have to wait and see, guys. We'll see you on Sunday. We'll have a post-match on Sunday after the game, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, we get 3 points. I'm hoping for 3 points. But from all of us, it's goodbye and good night, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a very busy Black Friday. You take care. Have a nice evening. God bless. Take care.
God bless.
Bye.